tying it back to the sales, it's like you really do have to care and have an interest in others when you're selling something that you believe in. If you believe in the idea that drone flying can truly help someone become financially free or help them network, and
Mm.
if I truly believe quitting porn can help someone really just level up in their life, and it's like I truly care about you and I see the problems that you're facing on a daily basis, and I know that if you made some changes you could be so much better. And that's kind of the idea, that where it's like you I'm not assuming that I'm the all wise and powerful person in this quitting porn. It's like, no, I'm not wise and powerful. I just care
Mm.
about you and I'm willing to help you along this process. It's like I want to see you grow. I'm not thinking that I'm better than you because I don't watch. It's like, no, I love to see people grow and I like to be a mentor. And yeah, I think that mindset is crucial. If someone can smell if they don't really care, if a person doesn't care about them and they're just kind of using them for money, or if they're just, yeah, viewing them as like a customer instead of a human being to help. And so, yeah, I think it kind of intertwines a little bit with sales, kind of, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sales should be basically a relationship between you
Mm-hmm.
and the person, not a number, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I treat every person almost like a friend to me.
Yeah.
Like, if things don't go well, I'll ask if everything's okay, and not a problem if you don't want to. I'm just here to help, basically. So
Yeah.
you have to have that compassion in them, not I've got to get that sale immediately. It's just more about how you can help that person. Because at the end of the day, if you give more value to someone, and
Mm.
look, even outside of sales, look, I'm gonna be quite clear, but I also help someone who is on autism spectrum. I won't
Mm.
name names, but I help
Sure.
someone with
Wow.
autism spectrum, and especially with his counting, with his reading. I always believe that people have helped me in my childhood.
Mm.
Like you know, I used to go to this local church. Well, I still go to this local church, but I used to go to this place called Sunday School, and
Oh yeah.
there used to be a teacher who is a Canossian nun, and
Wow.
she was saying to me, or to the others generally, that we gotta love one another as God loves us, and also serve, preach, and also help people. And she was probably one of, alongside with my father as well. My father built a civil engineering business, and that's how he made a family company out of that. My
Mm-hmm.
father, Sister Joy, my mother, and also the priest there in St. Christopher's and in my church.
Sure.
Also, back when I was in Singapore, I was prayed by I always had a prayer from the Spanish priest who lived in Indonesia, who was just trying to sort of help me to improve my learning and education, and basically that basically touched me, and that's why back in primary school and even in high school, I also, after that, going to Sunday school, I wanted to be part of uh, leadership positions, where I want to make a change to people because people have helped me.
Mm.
I used to not only go to mainstream school, but I had therapies to help me get to where I am today.
Man.
And
Mm-hmm.
the people is I just say this simply, that it takes a village to grow a child,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's true. I like
and
that.
that's really important. Community is very important in particular. So the same goes with the African saying. If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with people, basically.
Oh,
So
I see.
that sort of
Interesting.
thing. That's why the importance of humility, the importance of caring for others, is important, because who knows if you need help from others. That's why it's important to have empathy and kindness. Yeah.
Man, that's really well said. It's yeah, it's beautiful poetry that you were just saying. And
Mm.
yeah, it kind of ties in with that loneliness idea where it's like in our current society, ever since COVID, it seems like people are less connected. There's less of a community. There's less like
Yeah.
human interaction occurring. There's more, like you said, more people just going and living life on their own, and it's like it's kind of unfortunate. And I totally think it's true where if you're willing to just reach out to help someone, your life will be so much more fulfilling and other people will help you. It's kind of like if you're a person who's putting yourself in a position of helping and caring and loving others, you're going to receive love, care, and help back. And I really, I think that's true. And I think when you put yourself in communities and environments where that's the case, that
Mm.
reciprocity is the case, you're just going to be going a lot farther in life, like you just said.
Yes, it's all about connections, all about community. I also developed a entrepreneurship association with three other uh, executives back in the day when I was in
Wow.
uni. And I didn't want it to necessarily be about just we go have a community where we learn things together, but we also try and make things practical with the university incubator back then. We always had we had some workshops, we had events there, and people gelled in quite well. And you know that's why I always believe that even though sometimes team members they say, oh, I don't like this person because he thinks highly of himself. Well, look, people are sinners. People
Mm,
are sinners after all. But we've got to help them. We've got to help people realize that nobody's perfect, and we've got to
yeah,
help them. You know, learn from not so much like gently learn from mistakes. People will make mistakes, and people will have to accept that that is part of cultural diversity.
sure. Yeah, that's well said.